loves food. Many times when friends and family get together, there is always food involved. Did you know that some foods can have a negative impact on you? I never thought that I would have to alter my diet. However, I was diagnosed with a gluten intolerance in 7th grade. So I had to change my diet immediately. I never thought I would learn so much about gluten and foods. It is amazing how many different foods have gluten. Celiac disease, gluten intolerance, and negative impacts on the skin are ways the intake of gluten can affect one's body. Gluten is something that is more heard of about in today's society. What is gluten? Some people may be thinking. Gluten is a substance present in the cereal grains, especially wheat, that is responsible for the elastic texture of dough. The consumption of gluten in a person's diet can affect everyone differently. Unfortunately for some, gluten has a negative impact. The first negative impact by the intake of gluten in one's diet is celiac disease. A body's organs can be damaged by celiac disease. The small intestine is one of the major organs that can be damaged. The liver is another major organ that can be damaged by the consumption of gluten, along with the gallbladder. The pancreas can also be damaged. If someone that has celiac disease has been misdiagnosed, it can cause other problems as well. Anxiety is one effect of a celiac disease misdiagnosis. Another effect of misdiagnosis is unfortunately depression. After being sick for so long, doctors decided to test me for celiac disease. However, I thankfully do not have celiac disease, only a gluten intolerance. Another point of gluten consumption in one's diet is having a gluten intolerance and the effects it has on the body. Having a gluten intolerance can make people not feel like themselves. Having this can make them feel very tired and weak. It can also cause different types of sickness. Nausea is one main effect of having a gluten intolerance. Loss of appetite is another effect. Headaches is another main symptom of gluten intolerance. I know for me personally, gluten makes me feel terrible. I remember ever since I was little, I would always be tired and feel very sick. It got to a point where doctors wouldn't believe me or say it's just a virus. Finally, when I was 12, one doctor realized that it was more than just a virus and that I needed to be tested to see what was actually going on because I have always had all of these symptoms. Moving on to my third point on the effects of gluten is having a negative impact on the skin. Gluten is known to have a negative impact on the skin. People with eczema may not know that part of their problems can be caused by gluten. Acne problems can also be caused by the consumption of gluten. As said by Dr. Frank Littman, everything from acne to eczema can be an indicator that what we are eating isn't agreeing with our body, and most often we find that gluten is the culprit of many skin imbalances. This is because the effects of gluten has on our body and in turn on our skin. As you can see, gluten can impact one's life and the effects are different on everyone. Celiac disease can have significant damage on a person's organs, the small intestine, gallbladder, liver, and pancreas. Others could possibly have a gluten intolerance, which can make one feel very weak and tired. While on some people, it might just cause a negative impact on their skin, like eczema or acne. Who knew that the choices of food could have such an impact on one's life?